In this 47th video, I speak on why do we become old. It's a very general question. Why do we become old? How do we know that we are old? We witness some signals, noticeable signals. These are noticeable signals, biomarkers, and investigative tools to measure the degree of aging and senescence, whatever it is. The most important diagnostic biomarker of aging is the degree of methylation of our DNA. By estimating the degree of DNA methylation, biological age can be estimated in the lab. Now the question is, why we become old? Why do we age at all? For aging process to start, many factors are there. DNA damage by improper replication of DNA resulting in wrong sequence of the organic bases in the copies of replicated DNA. Due to wrong sequence of the bases in DNA copies, the DNA instructions become unclear, leading to the death of the cells or turning them down into cancerous cells. So this is a process of initiation of senescence or aging. So this is the first step, that is the damage of the DNA and a wrong sequence of DNA, and by during replication. Some proteins in the cells control the gene expression called epigenetic moderation when the biochemical protocol is disturbed. Functional or useful proteins are not synthesized. Instead of doing correct sequencing and synthesizing correct proteins, wrong proteins are synthesized and the wrong sequence in the DNA is sustained, due to which the very normal metabolic functions are disturbed. Normal protein synthesis is disturbed, non-functional proteins are synthesized, non-functional hormones are synthesized. So this is how we start the aging process. That means in the system of the living bodies or the human beings, the initiation of aging process occurs due to wrong sequence sustained in the DNA during replication. The telomers are protective caps at the ends of each strand of DNA. Every time the cells divide, the telomers become shorter and shorter. When the telomers are lost completely, chromosomes stop dividing, cannot replicate properly, and cannot divide, cannot participate in the cell division, and maybe sometimes they get broken. The chromosomes get broken, with the result the cells are killed or become malignant, that is cancerous. In the aging process, cells lose the ability to eliminate old or defunct proteins. Old protein accumulation is one major cause for the development of Alzheimer's disease. Proteins called beta amyloid accumulate in brain, leading to the death of neurons in the brain. This is how the brain gets damaged and resulting in the development of an immunosuppressive or disorders or degenerative disorders, neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, etc. In the aging process, cells undergo oxidative stress and get damaged. They stop dividing and resistant to undergo apoptosis and turn into senescent cells, old cells. Senescent cells are detrimental to overall health of the body. With the aging process, what happens? The mitochondria present the cells become malfunctional and sufficient energy is not generated due to malfunction of DNA in the mitochondria, and therefore most of the anabolic processes are disturbed and the cell reconstruction is disturbed, and replacement of the cell is stopped or delayed, leading to the initiation of process of senescence or the aging. Sensing mechanism in the cells is weakened in the aging, due to which the cells cannot detect the quantity of glucose or fat available in the blood, and hence metabolism of glucose or fat is disturbed, resulting in the type 2 diabetes, development of type 2 diabetes because of non-recognition of the quantity of glucose and fat in the blood, because due to lack of sensitivity, losing sensitivity in the cells. In old age, most of the stem cells get exhausted, with the result the regeneration of new cells, new tissue is delayed or stopped. That is the reason why wrinkles are seen all over the cheeks, all over the face, all over the arms in the old people. Wrinkles are seen because delay in the replacement of the cells, regeneration of the cells, delay in the division of the cells. So all the cells in the body will be communicating with each other through blood and immune system. In the aging process, what happens? This ability of the cells to communicate with one another is weakened and sometimes may be lost. With this non-communication from other cells, they turn into senescent cells, which cause inflammation in different parts of the body. Sometimes due to non-communication of the cells, immune system cannot eliminate the pathogens invaded these senescent cells, the old cells. So they get the diseases, and they get disturbance due to invasion of pathogens. In the aging process, intercellular communication through hormones, the endocrine system is disturbed, and hence sensitivity for insulin gets weakened, and sometimes insulin resistance is developed, and no glucose can be metabolized by the cells, and no energy production in these cells. That means energy supply is disturbed and cell death begins. That's how we become old. This is how the aging process is initiated. Human cells can divide 50 times before undergoing apoptosis. Every time the cells divide, telomers length decreases, and after 50 divisions, telomers are lost, cells stop dividing, and they become old. And the remaining old cells become functionless, defunct. That's how the cells are lost, dead. And that's why we develop wrinkles and folds all over the body, including face. The genes are turned off by methylation, turned on by demethylation, and the extent of degree of methylation of the DNA shows the degree of the aging. That's how the biological age can be calculated in the labs. So this is what happens during the aging process. So, and this is very, very interesting, and that's how we become old due to non-functionality of the DNA in the cells. Wrong sequence sustained in the DNA strands, and the loss of the telomers, shortening of telomers in the chromosomes. So due to which the cells stop dividing, and with the result replacement of the new cells, the old cells with the new cells doesn't occur, and resulting in the initiation of aging process, death of the cells, and gradually losing the function of the cells and tissues and organs. Thereby we lose life. That's how we become very old and leave this world. Thank you, dear viewers. If you like my video, please share, subscribe and comment. Thank you very much.